Hello fellow YouTubers, Mac in VR here, and welcome to my channel dedicated to all things gaming in mixed and virtual reality. Today we're looking at the Oculus Quest port of the very popular hardcore tactical military FPS Onward. So let's dive straight in, and remember, we're born to respawn. Onward released into early access all the way back in 2016. This coincided nicely with a certain Mac receiving his very first VR headset, an Oculus Rift CV1. I've been playing Onward ever since and have seen massive changes to the game in that time. In fact, I've sunk over 250 hours into the PC VR version of Onward and have played it on my Rift, Valve Index and more recently on my Quest using link cable or virtual desktop. So now Downpour Interactive have brought Onward onto the standalone Quest, I wanted to see how this port stands up to the PC version. What are the graphics like? How will the audio stand up? Does it have a full feature set? A full set of maps? What is the online multiplayer like? Are you ready? Then let's begin. First thing then, the graphics. How can a relatively underpowered Snapdragon 835 compete with a PC? Can it really stand up to my RTX 2080 Ti, 32GB of RAM and an i9? Well, no. And yes, are you confused? Well, as you can see by the footage running in the background, compared to the Quest using a link cable, the graphics are fairly simplistic. There's very flat textures, there's a lot of pop-in, you'll notice as well, but it does have a kind of clear, clean look to it. So I thought there was going to be a problem with the draw distance. So players on PC might have an advantage over players on the Quest. But because the graphics on the Quest are so simplistic but very, very clean and sharp, yeah, I think it works. I mean, it's a bit of a shock going from playing Onward on a Valve Index to playing it on the Quest. But I'll be honest with you, once I sort of got into playing, I kind of forgot about the graphics. So they're not great, but there's room for improvement, and yeah, it's perfectly playable. Next up is audio, and people who've watched my channel before will know that I think the audio is the weakest part of the Oculus Quest package. So I've played with just the standard audio solution, and then again with my favourite Quest accessory, the Amvision Buds. Unfortunately, the audio again is very, very weak. The Quest audio solution is just tinny and lacks bass. But once I started using the Amvision Buds, it was greatly improved. The sound of grenades, clear footsteps, the sound of your guns, reloading your guns. Yeah, it all sounded pretty good. So I would definitely recommend that you get a set of those Amvision earbuds, and it improves the audio by about 100%. Onward is all about the multiplayer. So does the Quest port have the full feature set that us veteran players are used to? Bearing in mind as well that Downpour have claimed crossplay between PC VR users and Quest users. That is a big ask, isn't it? The PC version of Onward has 11 standalone maps with 5 night variations of the same maps, plus custom-made community maps are available to download. They are of varying quality, however. The Quest version has launched with 7 maps and 4 nighttime maps, but Downpour Interactive promised the missing 4 maps are on the way, and custom maps will also be available in the near future. And there is one thing that Downpour Interactive are good at, and that is listening to the community and delivering on constant updates and improvements. So don't feel shortchanged, the full selection of maps will become available soon. Firstly, there is a brilliant range mode where you can test out all your weapons, attachments, gadgets, and run the excellent kill house to practice your snap shooting, reloads and switching the pistol. Of the selection of maps initially available, there are 4 real standouts for me. Suburbia, night and day version. If you've watched any ESL or VRL games of Onward, this is the classic standout map for playing Upload. A great attack and defend mode, which is not only great to play, it's great to watch as well. Bizarre night and day versions. Playing co-op hunt or evac with mates. This is a classic Onward map with loads of alleyways and buildings to push through while being hunted by the pesky Volk. Tanker is basically the ship infiltration level from the classic Call of Duty Modern Warfare. If you don't grab a shotgun and say, "I like to keep this for close encounters," then you haven't experienced the tight corners and narrow corridors of this fantastic map. Whip out your NVGs, switch on your laser and get stuck in. Downfall is the first map that Downpour Interactive ever released, and it's a map where I got my first ever kill in VR. So it's always special to me when I return to this large open map. So how do these maps translate onto the Quest then? Well, as you can clearly see in the side-by-side comparison, the maps on the Quest are much simpler looking. They are also lacking detail and objects. They are, however, very bright, sharp and colourful with good draw distance. The layout is also identical, as I mentioned earlier. Quest players are expected to be going up against PC VR users in multiplayer games. Finally, we must look at the multiplayer aspect of Onward. The Quest version will live and die by its online play, and Downpour Interactive have promised full cross-play with PC players. So, how does it play? Onward has two PvE co-op modes, Hunt and Evac. Hunt is a basic search and destroy game. Hunt down the teams of Volk wandering the map while trying to keep your four-man team alive, with varying degrees of difficulty from rookie all the way to the frankly terrifying elite. This is one of my favourite modes. Evac is a Black Hawk Down inspired mode where you have to survive waves of enemies and then... Get to the chopper! Another favourite of mine. The PvP element has three public game modes, Assault, Uplink and Escort, plus three private game modes, Gun Game, a Call of Duty favourite, One in the Chamber and Spec Ops. On launch day, I didn't actually get to play with any PC players because the servers were mostly populated with Oculus Quest players, as you can imagine. We did have a few problems when playing Hunt. After the round ended and you were asked to choose another map, you couldn't progress any further. You had to leave the lobby and come back in. I'm sure that's something that will be fixed later on. So have the developers managed to squeeze the full Onward experience onto the Oculus Quest? Yes, they have. The full PvP element is there. The full PvE element is there. You've got the excellent shooting range, all the guns, all the attachments, all the gadgets, complete. It's amazing they've managed to squeeze it all into less than 3 gigabytes. There are some graphical shortcomings, and the audio, well, we've talked about the audio, it's not the best. But Downpour Interactive have a good track record of constantly updating their games, so I think this game is going to improve over the next couple of months. And I'll be honest, as an Onward veteran, I thought it played absolutely beautifully. It felt like Onward, it moved like Onward, the guns and the reloading animations, everything felt like Onward. So if you have Onward on the PC, I would maybe wait to get it on your Quest. But if you have a Quest and no PC, then I would definitely buy this game. It's definitely worth it. What do you think about the Oculus Quest port of Onward? Are you impressed, or will you stick to the PC VR version of the game? Tell me down below in the comments. That's it for today. Feel free to share this content. Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that bell icon to be notified whenever I upload any new content. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the other side.